think I will make some introduction. Then I will tell you a little bit about the structure of our AMA, and then we will start. So my name is Gramovich Ivan. I am product owner of Waves Enterprise mainnet. The structure of our AMA will be the following. So we start from the little demonstration of, let's say it's little spoilers. We will demonstrate you how will work IST. We will show you. Then I will describe you some cases, some use cases of IST. Then I think we will have a little conversation with Sasha. And after this, we will answer your question, which you can answer in the link on YouTube. So I think we can start right now. I think we can start right now. So guys, can you hear me? Is everything okay? Looks like something wrong with the voice. Give a second. I think we have technical issues. Okay, now everything's fine. We can move on. First of all, I want to show you a little spoiler. I want to show you how our IST will work. So, all attention on the screen. So, now we are on screen, on a main screen where we can, we already logged into the IST protocol, and now we need to connect our wallet. While we're connecting our wallet, we have two options. First, we can use Waves Enterprise wallet, so it means that we will use a Waves Enterprise blockchain. Or we can use Waves Keeper. It means that we will use a Waves blockchain. To demonstrate you, I decided to show you a Waves Keeper. So we logged into via the Waves Keeper. So now we are on a main screen, and we have some ISTs on our wallet. So on this account we already issue some IST. But let's start from the beginning, and I will show you that how this process is worked. So how you can issue an IST. So you should push the plus here, choose a token which will be collateral. It can be Waves, it can be Bitcoin, it can be Ethereum. You choose an amount of this IST, and you get an amount of IST which you will issue for this collateral. Yeah, finally. Now we issue a new IST, and we need to wait a little bit. We issue a new IST, and I take your attention, and I want to show you that it is a development. It is a development, And now you can see that the prices token is the following. So we have real prices. It's just to demonstrate you how it will work. So yeah, we issue new ETHs and we raise our collateral level, and we can move on. So we can issue a new ETH with a new collateral. So let's choose a Ethereum, for example. We also enter an amount. We issue new ETH. Yeah, it's a little bit more than we have on the wallet. We issue new ETH. So we should wait a little. Sorry, looks like some technical issues still happened. So we issue new ETH with with both. Give a second. Yeah, finally. We issue new ETH and we make and we want to add a supply to the wallet. So we add additional 10 waves into supply, and after transaction will be approved, the number will change. Yeah, the number of tokens is changed, and now we have an option to let's start from the beginning. So we add a supply, and now we have an option to issue a free ETH. So the collateral level is higher than the level we need. So this is why we can use this over collateral to issue a new ETH. So half of the over collateral we use to issue new ETH, and also we have a ability to take our collateral. So we can issue new ETH. We can take away over collateral like this. And we can use our over collateral to increase the level of our collateral level. So that's almost all. Yeah. So, and that's how actually ETH will work. Now it's more interesting. It's more interesting phase. Now I want to show you how ETH can be used, and this is really my favorite part of ETH. So about ETH use cases. First of all, you can use it as leverage. So, for example, you are a trader and you want to, and you believe that, for example, waves will grow up in near future. So you can do the following to increase your amount of waves and to earn more. So first of all, you take your waves that you already have. You put it into the ETH protocol, and you issue ETH. So you issue ETH for your waves. Then you take this ETH, you go to the market and exchange your ETH for more waves. So that's how you. So now you have more waves than before, but you can go even far. You can take this waves again into the protocol, into the ETH. You can reissue. You can issue new ETH and make this 3-4 times well, you have a liquidity, well, you have a necessary level of authorization. So that's how you take leverage. So you can take n times more assets than you have at the beginning. And after these assets grow up, you can take and after Ethereum will grow up, you can take a profit. So to take a profit, you just need to return ETH to the protocol. So you just need to buy on the market ETH and return it to the protocol. Or also you can have extra option. You can use your over collateral and issue more ETH with the help of this over collateral, and that's how you can take your profit. So the next interesting use case for ETH is liquidation walls. So you can earn on this protocol by liquidating vaults that have a bad debt. So it means that all assets have a liquidation rate. So for Bitcoin is 105%, for Ethereum is 110%, for Waves is also 110%, and for West is 130%. So, and when the collateral level is down to this, to 100, for example, and 10%, all users, everybody in blockchain can liquidate a half of the position. So, and take a profit. So you just buy ETH on the market, return it into the protocol, and you receive a liquidity more than you, and you receive more liquidity than you spend. So for example, you spend $1 and you receive $1.4. So, and it is a good way to working with this protocol. Also, it is important to admit that you can liquidate only half of the position. So our main basis in the East is SafeFi. So if you're on liquidation level, you lose only those part of your vault which protocol need to increase your position. So to increase your rate. So that is why it is like win to win. So that's how whales can be liquidated, particularly liquidated, and that's how those people who issue ETH can't lose everything. So they just lose a necessary part. So the next very interesting point to work with ETH is market making. So when the price of ETH is more than $1, the protocol gives you an opportunity to issue ETH for $1 USDT. So for $1 USDT, you get one. You create a vault with one ETH and with $1 USDT, and you get one ETH. So that's how we issue more ETH and bring it to the market. So if the price is higher than $1, you can use $1 to create assets. You create ETH, and now ETH is cost more than $1 from the market. So this is how you can earn on this protocol. And you can, for example, you take USDT, you create ETH, you take this ETH on the market, you buy the same USDT, buy the ETH but a little bit more, and you did it again. You take this USDT, create ETH, and again you go to the market. And you can do this while you have interest, while the price is higher than $1. The next interesting use case of this is staking. So we have a very important thing in our protocol. We have assets. We have an asset that can be used in proof of stake. So our staking program is based on this staking, on this proof of stakes. So it means that when you bring a collateral, when you issue ETH, you can stake it, and all collateral that you have after your ETH will be sent to proof of stake nodes, which will mining transactions and get rewards. And because of these rewards, we can issue more ETH and give it to the stakers. So it is a most honest way to most honest, most clear way to show to show where the stakers get their rewards, where they get this additional percent. So, and I think that the last case which I can describe is preservation of assets. So, as I mentioned before, we have a SafeFi principles after our ETH, and when your vault is on liquidation level, you lose only necessary part of your position, only necessary part which will go to increase your rate. So it means that, for example, when there's bad time for market, you can take your assets, you can put it into the vault, you can take your ETH, you can change it to fiat, you can use it, just any needs so that you just for any needs. And then when you knew that something is changed and market is growing now, you can buy this ETH, return to your vault, and just close the vault and take away your assets, which now can be cost more. The only things you should do in this scenario, you should just sometimes check the health of your vault. So because if the collateral level is very low, you can just lose all your position. So this is the all use cases that we have. The most interesting use cases that we have. I think now we can move on. So as I see, Sasha is joining us. And I think that is a good idea to start a little conversation with them. Sasha, do you hear us? Do you hear me? Hi. Okay. While we are waiting, I think I will. I think I will try to find our chat and answer a little and answer your questions. Give me a second, please.
No. Hi guys.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. Hi. Everybody. So yeah, I turned the video off. I was on the road a little, but it's a very exciting me, and I want to ask about the question because it's a very interesting product. So basically, could you tell a little about your team? How is it related to Wave's enterprise team, and how does it exist in Wave's ecosystem, like in general? So what relation do you have to other teams? Could you maybe elaborate a little?
Yeah, okay. It is a now I will try to explain. It's a long story, so I think that it's take a little time to explain this. So first of all, when we start, East was a separate team which just developed on the Waves Enterprise the first stablecoin. Then Waves Enterprise found in this team a high specialist that can improve Waves Enterprise team. So and that's why Waves Enterprise is just I forgot this word. Just incorporated this team, and that's how the East team become a part of Waves Enterprise team. But they still have a lot of freedom. They have it's like a separate. It's like a team with their own vision, just in Waves Enterprise family. Let's say like this.
Yeah, because a lot of people might be asking the relation, because there was, as you know, there was some like multiple successful attempts to maintain stablecoin on Waves. USDM is pretty infamous, I would say. So people would be asking you like your relation to other teams, and like as a person who was involved in USDM, basically it was like my project, and I must actually emphasize that East project has no relation to USDM, and it's like a totally independent team with its own roadmap. And also, guys, I must say that there can be like 20 stablecoins on Wave. So basically, anybody can launch a stablecoin. And it's okay. So it's not like an official stablecoin on Waves. It's one of the many products on Waves. So please don't try to connect it to other products. It's a totally independent product, totally independent team. It's like a good, valid, interesting product. And I think it has a very bright future. And actually, I would like to ask a couple more questions regarding how this like stablecoin connects to West ecosystem, because there's also a public chain like in Waves ecosystem, another like public chain, which is West chain, Waves enterprise system token chain. So basically, my question would be, what is the plan for the development of the West chain, and how East stablecoin is going to be integrated in the chain? So I heard that like there's going to be some kind of DAO setup for Wave enterprise chain. So could you maybe tell us more about it, please?
Yeah, sure. So we have an interesting vision, and we want to develop Waves Enterprise blockchain as also L1 blockchain. So to do this, we make our first step is stablecoin. And of course, if you want to develop in the fee sphere, first things you should do is to create your own stablecoin, because without it, you can't give people the chance to take a profit, to save your positions, to save your work. So it means that we are started from building East. So when we build East, we take principles of SafeFi, and we inspired by DAI, and we think that this ecosystem. So we think that this product is will bring a new life into stablecoins. So that's why we decided to move also into a Waves ecosystem and bring our stablecoin into Waves. This is also additional, let's say, the additional reach to our networks, to our blockchains, and I said more that after release we have a few plans to few releases, few updates that will improve East even more. So, and one of these updates includes a bridge which will allow to transfer East to any ecosystems. So it will be native bridge. That's what about it's about East, but also what about what next? What we are going to do next? So as I mentioned, we have planned to release East. Then we have two updates, and then we will work, and we already work on our DAO system, and I already mentioned it. It was like British Parliament when you have two parts of DAO, and we want to update it to implement more features and create more reliable structure of DAO. Then we have planned to create native staking. So all Waves owners will be able to use its assets to verify to use their assets on proof of stakes and to earn more assets with the help of proof of stakes. By the way, I mentioned that we are going to launch our DAO. We want to improve it. So I also hear about Power DAO. Maybe we have some. Maybe Sasha, you can tell us a little bit about Power DAO, and maybe we can somehow connect it with this interesting idea.
Yeah, basically, I think it's possible. I think any DAO can be connected to Power DAO. So the best way to proceed now probably is to launch it independently and then maybe combine both DAOs. But we can discuss it. It's very interesting, and I think if we connect a DAO that governs a whole blockchain to the Power platform, it could be very interesting. I think we can discuss it. But for now, as I said, I think the best way to proceed would be to launch this DAO mechanics for the West chain, and then eventually connect it to the Power platform. And actually, I would have one more question. What other DeFi products on this enterprise chain? Are you going to develop anything in-house by the core teams or the plans, or it's going to be only East and that's it? DeFi products, I mean, maybe some swap tools, lending protocols. What's the plan regarding DeFi on Web?
Yeah, sure. You mentioned that what products you are going to develop in-house. Honestly, it's in Waste Enterprise, it is a very hard to tell who is in-house, who is out-house, because, for example, we have two products that are going to launch on our Waste Enterprise blockchain. It is basically not in Waste Enterprise team, but we have so close relationships. We're trying to help them as much as they try to help us. So it's like it's like we are one company, one I don't know, one team of developers who know about their products, everything, and who try to get best for their for the product. So I mentioned these two products that want to release their products on the Waves Enterprise blockchain. So it is AMM exchange. Guys have a very interesting mechanics with NFT, but now they have now they just think will they implement it or no? So just so now they don't have questions, but it is just proved reliable AMM DX. Probably they will have a very interesting NFT mechanics. And the second product, also very interesting from my point of view, it's also DEX, but with synthetic assets such as oil, such as gas, and so on, gold, and so on. So it is a good tool which will allow users to trade in blockchain real world assets, just not real world assets, but just the let's say the implementation, the price of real world assets. And in-house, we are going to release 2 updates for East. Then we are going to move into DAO and update it. And then we are going to work on staking service. And I think that then we have let's say we have plans to create a swap. So something like this. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes, very interesting. Very interesting. I think there's going to be a new generation of DeFi products now, not only in Waves, but in general. So it's very important to try and create something new, something maybe more safe. So let's see how it goes. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you for interest in AMA. Thank you.
I think, as I see, we have a lot of questions in our YouTube channel. I will try to answer it, but I think some of them can be addressed to you. So let me just be a host of this meeting and try to answer some questions. Concern correctly, but it can supplement it. No, actually, okay. Questions one. I try to skip some questions like, can we start? Is it some problems? So I just why should we trust this project when our withdrawal are not proceed for months? Honestly, this is a very painful for us because it concerned to breaches, and breach have a lot of problems. They just they have a solution, but the solution is a little bit late. So I think that very soon we will solve these problems. But the main idea is that it is a separate team. We try to help them, but we still need a little bit more time to solve this problem with withdrawing. Your name is as cross-chain project, but still it work only on Waves blockchain. When will there be other networks? So it is also actually it is not true, because East works in Waves and Waves Enterprise blockchains. It is a separated blockchains with a different technologies. Yeah, Waves Enterprise was fork of Waves, but it was so long ago that even a main technologies for now, it's a completely different. So it's like honestly, it's a little bit pity, because it was not so easy to implement such stablecoin which will work on two blockchains, which will work on Waves Enterprise and Waves. We have plans to increase this number of networks, but of course we want to show you results faster. So we will release with only two networks, Waves and Waves Enterprise, and then we will try to add some new blockchains, maybe even EVM blockchains. Okay, thank you for this event. Thank you too. What makes you think East, second version of East will gain popularity? I think that we should, for now, we just in time. The protocols and blockchains need stablecoin. So honestly, we are. It is okay from my point of view when blockchain have a lot of stable coins, because some of them can resolve different problems. For example, for now it is for now the market is very dangerous, and now it is for example, just imagine you have a stable coins which has a lot of different specifics. So one of them give a best prior that you have. The second one is very reliable and trustful, and so on and so on. So from my point of view, our stablecoin is something middle between a higher pair and trustful model. So because of this, I think that it became popularity to blockchains. Password. Ivan, as a Waves developer, tell us what's really going on with gateways and withdrawals. I already mentioned I am Waves Enterprise developer. I'm a CEO of Waves Enterprise. So honestly, I don't know what's happening with Waves. I just knew that that they are going to implement new version of bridges that will be work greater and will be work faster and will work. It is the case this developer by WestDAO, but at the same time, it is very important for Waves ecosystem. Is it the case that East is developed by WestDAO, but at the same time, it's very important for Waves ecosystem? So it is. It's also a hard story because first of all, East wasn't developed by WestDAO. It was a separate team, but then we decided to take this team on board. But they still have a lot of freedom to make their own choices and have their own vision. So, and what about WestDAO? Yeah, it's very important. The next step, creating a WestDAO, is also very important because, first of all, we need to develop our network, and we try, and we should focus on some facts. So we need to give a lot of freedom to users. They should rule the blockchain. So that's why they will be able to, they will be sure that everything work correct. This blockchain is trustful, and they have their word, and everyone hears their voice. So that's why WestDAO is also very important for ecosystem. Why it is important for Waves ecosystem? It is a different questions. We are separated blockchains. We have a close relationships, but we are still separated blockchains. And I think that Waves just is just a very good way to develop your ecosystem by editing new bridges and connecting to the new services. So when we create ETH, users will have ability to, for example, use leverage on this network, and you just when you have more opportunities, it bring more freedom for users. And for example, when something happened with any projects, you always have the other option to solve your problem. So, will your bridge problems impact ETH? Honestly, I already mentioned that we have a plan to release an update, which will have native bridge for ETH, so you will be able to transfer ETH to Waves and to Waves Enterprise blockchains. And yeah, we will. For now, we use bridges, but very soon we will have a native bridges that will have and that will help us to be even more reliable than now. Chains, Waves, West chain. How gonna happen swaps in different Waves, West chain? Oh, I already mentioned it. You didn't mention what happened when ETH price go below 1. Okay, sure. What will happen if ETH will go below 1 USDT? So in this case, the following mechanics will be activated. First of all, when ETH when ETH is falling, it is users have a more advantage. They have more stimulus to liquidate their vaults, because for now they can liquidate their vault with a discount. This discount will be the same as the differences between ETH and $1. This stimulus will decrease a number of ETH on the market, and that's why it will increase its price. Yeah, I think that if in common it will be working like this, but you can check even in more details in white paper on our white paper on our community, on our posts. When will be fixed bug with West deposit on weeks? Question for Sasha. Honestly, I think that first of all, we don't really know what web you are meaning. So I think that we just skip it. Will list be available at Puzzle and other exchanges out yeah, we have a plan to list it on Puzzle, and we have a plan to list it on SafeFi also. Who will be responsible for changing fees and other manual control? Who will be responsible for changing fees? The protocol by himself will be change fee. Only manual controls that we will have, and I think it's just for first release, is taking USDT to create a ETH. But I think that in future releases we are going to also give it to the smart contract. So smart contract will open this opportunity when price will be higher than $1. Guys, I think that we still have a lot of questions, and most of questions are addressed to me. So I think that we can just continue our conversation in his channel or in Waves Enterprise channel, and I will answer questions there. Sasha, maybe you have something to say, if you're still there. Sorry. Yeah, looks like I don't know. Yeah. So I think that we just can move into written format. So I suggest to finish our EMA. So good luck, everyone. Follow us. We are going to release soon. I think that we bring a stablecoin, a reliable stablecoin, into two blockchains, Waves and Waves Enterprise, and it will be useful, and it will be useful for every DApps, for every users, for every blockchains. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.